What is up, Taurus? It's your girl, Keli, coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Beat in Boston, right from bed. You can probably hear that we have a major, massive thunderstorm going on right now. And also a note to my left is my other half, my extension of me. He'll pretend like he's ignoring us, but he'll probably occasionally look over here at me and make faces or something, and I won't see it till later. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I don't feel well, but I am here. Okay. So if you are cross-watching, if you don't understand what that is, please leave a message at the bottom. Leave a comment, and one of us will help you out. The other thing is, it is a general read, and I'm using a new deck of cards, so I can't possibly pick up on every single Taurus in the world. I can sure try. Pretty gifted, but I don't think I'm that gifted. That's why we have all kinds of readers on here. If you feel I am not the reader for you, there are many talented readers on here. Believe me. I have produced some of them myself. Let me see. Oh, yes. Highest likes, shares, subscribes wins a 60-minute free reading. And on to the good stuff. Right now, I feel like you guys are going through massive change. And when I say massive, I mean pretty massive. I feel like what I tell my friend all the time, you got ass over tea kettles. A lot of you refuse to make changes that you should have been making. And unfortunately, the universe came along and swept your ass right over your tea kettle. That's why I always tell you when it's time to make changes to make sure that you're actually doing that. Because when you don't and the universe does it for you, they take everything. And I'm feeling a loss of job, a loss of working on skills. Maybe you had to stop going to school. A loss of a creative endeavor that you were on. Maybe you had to take a few steps back, a monetary loss. Definitely loss of job here. And with that, loss of skills. So maybe some of you, that sounds kind of harsh, but were banned from what you do. You may have made a mistake and cost somebody a life. I just see a big loss of creative endeavor and a huge transition for you guys right now, which is not fun in the middle of everything that we have going on. We still have Mars in Cancer. That'll be there till July 1st. We've got a Mercury retrograde in here. We've got 2 other retrogrades. We've got a couple solar eclipses. And between the new and the full moons being what they have been, we had the Scorpio blue moon, and then we had I have something on me. And then we had the Sagittarius moon, which let out a lot of truth. And now it's a very, very emotional time for everybody. It seems like everyone's emotions are out of control. It's not just Taurus. It's not just Aries. It's not Scorpio. It's the entire damn zodiac has lost their ish. And I feel like a lot of people are being put at these major crossroads in their life. Like a major loss of career, a major change of career, completely changing everything about your entire life. That's why I feel like you get ass over tea kettled. It takes a lot of guts to start your whole life over in the middle of your life. Take it from me. I went from a career to a not career. So, and now I'm here and this is my career. Spiritual guidance, tarot cards, life coaching, all that good stuff. So I feel like for you guys, you got ass over tea kettled because there's just no way all of you decided one day, hey, we're just going to change our whole lives in the middle of all this upheaval. No. So you got ass over tea kettled, guys. Your life is changing in a major way. And I feel like this deck is very different. Those of you who don't know it, I don't know, the book's here somewhere. I don't read the books. The Starman Tarot, it was inspired by and created for David Bowie. It's very interesting, colorful, very different, and very difficult to read. So before you guys run off thinking you're going to order it, think twice. This is not a deck you want to play with. It's very, very powerful. It's very in tune with the Earth's energy, and it's a lot to handle. But it's cool. It's colorful. It's really interesting. It's very symbolic, but it's very powerful. Keep that in mind. Like I said, I see a lack of working on anything here, a losing of skills, losing of. So I feel like some of you may have been tricked into losing your jobs. Someone jealous around you may have gone behind your back. You just aren't aware of it yet. They may be playing nice to you. Meanwhile, they're trying to get you fired. I've got, in this deck, it's different. It says the Sacred Clown. This would be the Fool, but technically in this deck, I believe they call it the Trickster. And in my culture, the Trickster is not a good thing. The Trickster causes a lot of problems. The Trickster can be seen or unseen and just absolutely wreak havoc in your life. I mean, things can happen that just are absolutely out of control and there's nothing you can do about it. So if you've got that trickster energy in your life of someone messing with you or messing, I feel like there's some messing of energy here. Sending you some shitty energy. Oops. Some ishy energy. Or some dark energy here. It's like they're trying to confuse the matters by putting up a smokescreen in front of you so you don't know it's them, but they're still getting away with what they need to get away with in the background. They're benefiting somehow. Maybe they offered to do your job and their job, so now they're getting almost double the salary and you're out of job. But they're benefiting in the Ace of Pentacles department somehow. They are benefiting here. And in a major way. I feel like there's somebody you definitely stopped communication with. There's no doubt in my mind there was a lot of fighting, a lot of back and forth, a lot of communication. It was somebody you didn't trust. Now, remember, these energies can go vice versa. It can be Taurus or Taurus partner. There's definitely someone here that you no longer are making an offer to in your life. Someone involved in a third-party situation. And the way you found out, it kind of forced your hand to make that decision. And you've fought with them. You getting nowhere here. And so that offer is no longer even being extended. It looks like you just walked away. Tired of the disappointment. And just barely, narrowly escaped with your own emotions and your own mental status. It's like this person really just talks circles around you. Yeah, they literally had you in that little mind cage. Yeah, here we go again. Major changes followed by walking away. You've got the Death card here as well as here. So these are the same exact card. One coming up in the upright, one coming up in the reverse. Coming up with walking away. So there's definitely something here. And this card has a lot to be said for it with this deck. It's very interesting. The colors, the symbolization in it, the idea of the third eye in the, death projection. There's just a lot there. So as you guys can see, these cards are very difficult to explain. That's why I'm not flashing them at you, because it'll be very confusing for you. But these cards just popped out as well from my Arcanum Tarot. And again, you've got death here in the background while, she's facing the moon. She's facing what the situation should look like, not what she wants it to be here. So whatever the situation with this person was is what you wanted it to be. You weren't seeing it for what it really was. And it was time to let go of this person. And this job as well. The universe let you know to let go of this job. Yeah. It shows you giving up that fight for the job or the position you wanted or the raise or whatever this might be with work. I feel like this is heavily involved in work, and you just were either fired unfairly, had to quit unfairly, may have been set up by coworkers or a coworker. And it's not just females, it's males too. Men get jealous of other men and women get jealous of other women, and it turns into chaos and turns into ridiculousness over money. Everyone's greedy. Yes, it's saying that all of the pentacles that you've put in, all the time that you put into this company, this job, this idea, whatever it is, it's now telling you that it's time to let go of this. This is not something that's going to be fruitful for you. You're not attaining your goals. You're not attaining your lessons that you're trying to learn. And you're certainly not attaining any sort of wealth from this situation. Whether it be friends, family, whatever. I see him giving me dirty looks, don't worry. Personality is. But he's a good boy, so it's okay. He hates being on camera, but then he sits right in the spot where he's on camera. I see you. This just feels like you're lagging behind in your goals. You truly are. You're behind in your goals with work, or whatever this situation might be. I want to take another look here because there's something I'm feeling that I'm not seeing. I am a Venus in Taurus, so I see you giving me dirty looks. Stop peeking at me, creep. He's a creep. I don't know how he doesn't go screwy with me day after day, but he doesn't. Okay. Some things never change. Some things you never want to change. Okay, guys. There's something I'm feeling in these cards that's not showing. Feels like you finally let go of somebody. And now that you finally let go of them, I feel like you have bumped into the right kind of person for you. Your viewpoint has changed a bit. Yes. You bumped into somebody who has the same belief set that you do with the Three of Cups, that you can have a good time with, that you can laugh with, talk with, smile with, go out with friends with. You guys are very, very much suited for each other. But the problem is that one of you is backing off. One of you is, or maybe both of you, are backing off. You're not allowing yourself to be in this moment. You're not allowing yourself to be or feel emotion right now. And what I'm hearing is that you're just maybe getting out of something like we were just talking about, and you don't want to put yourself out there just yet, or what are they saying? They're mumbling away today. I think the rain got in their heads. You don't want another situation like the one you just had, where you had the lonely wanderer who's bed to bed with a duffel bag. And even when they're bed to bed, they still have someone on the side. You don't want that. You want somebody who sees you as this beautiful empress, not as a mistress or a mister. And you want to take action toward them with the Ace of Wands. It's definite. but then you're hesitant. There's a hesitation there. That hesitation is you're worried about coming out of the truth about how you feel about this person, first of all. You may have fallen pretty fast for this person. But also coming out of your single garden and coming out of your shell, the 9 of Pentacles. Coming out of this beautiful garden, coming out of your shell, all of the things that you've created. And this is your home. This is your garden of life. These are all your things. And now it's like you have to come out and show how you're feeling about this person, and you're not comfortable with that. Hence the alien. The alien. Which is technically the hermit. You're still feeling introverted about it. You're not sure how to approach it, when to approach it, why to approach it, why you're feeling this way. I think you're feeling kind of confused and lost because you're typically the sign that goes the slowest, aside from Capricorn. But earth signs typically go pretty slow. You're like the little snail moving along. And not in this case. You're finding yourself with major amount of emotions for somebody. Yeah, this time you want to use your intuition. You don't want to jump into anything too quickly and have the situation come down on your head. You're thinking with your intuition. You're thinking with all the parts of you. You're watching to see if there's red flags now. You're watching to see if there's issues, differences, things you can't get over. Where before it was like you just jumped in with the 6 of Swords, with all of your emotions, all of your feelings, and it's like you just got whisked away with whatever this person had to say prior. I feel like it was probably an ex-husband or wife. Maybe you're newly divorced or something along those lines, newly single. With that is the Hanged Man. So it's saying right now you're in this frame of mind of just making sure that you're not getting yourself stuck into something that somebody can get hurt. So you guys need to really be working on balance this month. Very much so. I've got a couple cards in my hand just of balance alone, and they're all in the reverse. You really need to be paying attention to balance and how it's playing out in your life. Especially in matters of money. It's okay to be short in the spending because you're going through a difficult time, but don't get to the point where you're hoarding and you're not eating or doing anything aside from paying your bills because you're that worried. Don't start hoarding your money because things are going to change for you. No one gets ass over tea kettled and then just left with nothing. Yeah, I mean, things were just manipulated. You were in a mind frame of things, in a bad mind frame, a negative mind frame when the divine came on you. You got the Starman there. Here's our magician. And they're letting you know that in came the magician because it was a cycle. Here's the wheel. Now we have the wheel coming in to let you know that it's time for you to take a different direction. And when you didn't do that, and you were stuck in this negative mind frame of the 8 of Swords, they ass over tea kettled you. So a few of you are probably feeling pretty irritated right now. You've lost everything, your job, your car, your savings, your everything, or you're living off your savings, trying your best to find a job because we know that Taurus is not one to stay out of work or even be fired from a job. So whatever happened, I know was definitely some manipulation. But that is all I have for you guys for this month. Like, share, subscribes, and that's a 1 hour free reading. If you need a reading, my email is in the box below. All my information to contact me is in the box below. Okay, Taurus, it has been real. I'm exhausted. I have to do my next reading. So I will catch you on the flip. This is your girl Kelly coming straight at you out of bed, out of Boston for the Queen Tower B.